So, hi Elaine, welcome to Plymouth Argyle Football Club. How excited are you to be here?
This is an unbelievable opportunity. I've been sleeping, dreaming all things women's football in the last several weeks. This is almost like a dream come true for me, to be involved in women's football.
Brilliant, and you're the new GM here, obviously. For those who don't know, can you tell us a little bit about what your job is going to be entailing on a day-to-day basis?
So it's pretty much everything to do with women's football apart from on the pitch teaching the girls and women football skills and set pieces. So anything to do with the business side of aspect, whether it's sponsorship or getting the message out there, and liaising between the players and the coaching staff and the community trust and the main football club. And
since you've been here, you've had a tour of the facilities. You've been here at Home Park, where the women will be playing again very soon against Ipswich, their first this season, as well as Manadon, the home of the women's team, and the home of the community trust. What are your thoughts of the setup here for both the Plymouth Argyle women's team and the trust?
Funny enough, I've been a supporter at the main club at Argyle, and every time I come I see something different. The facilities are just growing, they're improving, whether it's for the men's team, the women's team, the younger girls and boys coming through. And I just think that as the facilities improved, so do the opportunities. And it's the same at Manadon, at the hub. The facilities there are second to none. The support that the staff give to the players is fantastic. And I think the opportunities for women and girls, both at Manadon and here at the main club, are really exciting.
Yeah, and obviously we spoke a little bit there about opportunities as well. What opportunities do the club provide to not only young female footballers coming through the ranks, but players coming into the first team and the academy?
Well, we've got a training pathway in place for the women and girls. It starts as young as age 5, the Wildcats, and it goes all the way through right up to the women's first team. And the education opportunities alongside the football opportunities just means that we've got a pathway from start to finish to help grow and develop the girls into young women, and hopefully in time up to the women's first team.
Yeah, brilliant. And obviously, the Lionesses' recent win in the Euros as well has generated sort of a massive boom, if you will, in women's football. How exciting of a time is it to be a part of that movement, really, and be a part of the boom of women's football?
I mean, this is probably the most exciting time, certainly in the time that I've been interested in football. The Lionesses themselves, you know, they're inspirational following their Euro success. These are women and girls that have dedicated their lives to football, and they're now showing the results with that dedication and that commitment. And if we can pass that on to our local community, our young girls, our young women, then we can use the Lionesses as an inspiration. You know, we have recently been appointed as an FA Emerging Talent Centre for the next 3 years. So that's something else for us to add on to that training pathway. And it's just a really exciting time to be involved in women and girls football.
Well, that being said, you're a part of that movement now, and coming into this this role and coming into this club, what are your aspirations, not only for yourself personally, but also for the club as a whole whilst you're here?
I never dreamt for a second that I'd be involved in women's football at this level. So for me, this is a dream come true, to have the opportunity to make a difference. And it doesn't matter how small or big that difference, to be able to leave a legacy that I have done something connected to women's football. You know, we as a club have had homegrown talent in Gemma Rose. She came through our training development pathway. She has been an England international. These are the steps, and some people will see them as small steps. We as a club see them as big steps, that we are able to offer that training pathway to the young girls. You know, the trust, you asked me earlier about the trust, and you said, you know, the difference between the facilities here and at the trust. You know, the trust works so hard to remove barriers to participation in football, and what they're really doing is they want to continue working hard to promote women and girls football in whatever guise that takes. So jumping on the back of the Lionesses, having the FA Emerging Talent, these are all positive steps that we've just got to continue to move forward.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it yourself, it's about taking positive steps forward, improving the women's game and getting out there and getting it to young players and getting them part of this club and just improving women's football in general. That being said, the final thing I've got to ask you really, is there anything you'd like to say to the fans as well as young players or even the first team players really? Is there anything you'd like to say as your closing statement? Absolutely.
I mean, girls, young women, the first team, just the community at large. I'm here now in post as General Manager. I will be visible on social media, I will be visible in the press, I'll be visible in schools, and I'm going to be shouting out about women and girls football here in Plymouth and the surrounding areas. And just to say to them, if you're interested in football, continue, don't let any barriers get in your way, be dedicated, be committed, and you will enjoy your football even more, and who knows where it may lead to.
Well, we can't wait for you to get started. Thank you very much, Elaine.
Thank you, Jake.